Everyone in Santa Monica knows Jerry Rubin. He has been a dedicated and tireless community activist for many years.
Thank you for joining us on Vote 2012. And Jerry, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Sandy. Pleasure to be here.
Let's start with talking about homeless services. There's been a lot of successful effort put into homeless services, and yet, sadly, there are still men, women, and children without homes. Is this a question of directing additional services or redirecting the current ones?
Well, first I want to say Santa Monica is doing an excellent job on helping to alleviate this crucial issue. This is a challenge and a problem for every city in America. Santa Monica actually does more than most. They have a housing first policy, which is really effective. There's still, sadly, people that are thinking that there are homeless out there that really want to be homeless. There might be a few, but the overwhelming would like to have a job and get off the streets, and we need to make that happen. And it's also important to continue the work Bobby Shriver's done to help the homeless veterans. That's an exemplary endeavor.
What are your thoughts about the plans for the subway, the light rail that would come into Santa Monica?
Well, I'm so happy that the light rail is coming in 2015 or 2016. We have a great big blue bus. I want to urge people to get out of their cars. I mean, just a little bit more and get onto the bus or some other form of alternative transportation. It's a time to really start doing that. And I'd like to see the city do an ongoing citywide, an educational outreach campaign urging people to think of how they can do that. I think it would really benefit the city. But I'd love to see a subway coming down here at some point in my lifetime as well.
The City Council aggressively promotes new affordable housing, but some critics say that it increases traffic congestion without guaranteeing that the units go to local residents. What's your position on that?
Well, we need more affordable housing, and there's a lot to be said about that, where you want to make sure that any new development that's coming in is a workable project so they can afford to put money into building affordable housing. That's why I'm supporting the Miramar revitalization, that even though there might be some wealthy people living at the top of their hotel, that'll help make the project financially viable to help the Miramar to build the affordable housing just a half a block away. And I think that's really what Santa Monica is about.
But how about the fact that it doesn't always go to local residents?
Well, it's hard. I don't think there's a legal requirement that says it has to go to local residents, but once they live here, they're local.
They're local. How about ES? Do you support ballot measure ES, the schools facilities bond measure that's on the local ballot?
Absolutely. That is something that is so imperative. The state has been inadequate in its funding of schools, but for many years now the city's done the right thing and thrown in some money. It's never enough. It never will be enough, but education is the highest priority. I have a bumper sticker on my bumper sticker table on the 3rd Street Promenade that says, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. So I urge everyone to support that.
Well, let's talk about traffic, because everybody talks about traffic. Office buildings generate the least money for the city when you compare them to the residential or retail developments. But the office buildings are really what's creating most of the traffic that we're dealing with. Why shouldn't this growth be limited?
Well, first of all, I think that any development that comes into the city, whether it be residential, whether it be office building, or you name it, retail, that there has to be a strong transportation management plan, that the cards, the blue bus cards, be given out for free to all the employees, and that they be encouraged to not drive and to use our wonderful blue bus. I think a lot has to be done to promote alternative transportation, but basically, we need more shuttles. We need more people to understand it's a matter of personal responsibility, getting out of your car and using all the alternative transportation we do have available to us today.
Thank you very much, Jerry.
My pleasure. Really is.